Honestly, after the past 2 weekends, I feel like ranting, like big rant. But I'm gonna do the dishes first. Ugh. Try and clean up a little bit. I'll see you downstairs in a bit. Okay, here we go. What? It's pointed at the floor. There we go. That's a bit better. It's a little better. Anyway, I am going to rant. And if I'm going to rant properly, I'm going to need this hat right here. Guns N' Roses. Exactly. This is a rant about Coachella. Coachella. Yeah. So, anyway. See, I can use the microphone, add emphasis to what I'm saying. But unfortunately, it's not really that much of a difference. Basically, Coachella. 2-week music festival. Well, 2-weekend music festival. It's like okay, now specifically talking about the 2 Saturdays, the 16th and the 23rd of April 2016, when Guns N' Roses played Coachella. Now, the way I see it, this reunion, okay, with Axl Rose, Duff McKagan, and Slash, has been well anticipated for the last couple months. And once it was announced that they were going to play Coachella, Coachella sold out. Almost like that. So, you would think that when Coachella is live streaming their event, their festival, as it would be, they would actually include Guns N' Roses in that live stream. Which they did. Barely. Let's see here. I live in central Canada, right? So I'm on Central Time. Coachella was going by Pacific Time. And I had to wait until 2:30 in the morning to see Guns N' Roses perform. So, being me, and the fact that I stay up until... this is dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. Okay? Now, the fact that I stay up until, like, 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 4:30 in the morning, didn't really bother me that I had to wait until 2:30 to see Guns N' Roses, my favorite band. Now, basically, like, this was like well anticipated. Everybody was, waiting around to see Guns N' Roses perform. And the people that were unfortunate for whatever reason, they could not make it to the festival or afford the tickets or whatever, had to see it live streamed on the Coachella YouTube page, which was fine, great. Everybody, you know, like they showed all the performances, everything. I think even Ice Cube was there. I don't know. The only reason I know Ice Cube was there was because Duff McKagan tweeted about it. Yeah, I only wanted to see the Guns N' Roses performances. So I waited around, you know, like last weekend on the 16th, I had to wait until 2:40 in the morning, you know, and they showed their opening song. You know, I think it was Welcome to the Jungle. They played that, and then all of a sudden it cut to November Rain, which was their last song of the set. And then some unknown guy pops on saying, oh, well, that's it for today's festivities. Join us tomorrow for more Coachella. Blah, 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 blah. Insignificant twat is what he was. And that was it. 2 songs. Like, I waited and waited and waited until 2:40 in the morning for, like, what? 10 minutes of music? 15 at the most? That was it. You know, and then I had to go on YouTube the next day to see, you know, footage from the audience, from the crowd members that were recording. Thank goodness they were recording, because then nobody that wasn't there would have been able to see their performance. You know, kind of like their April 1st show when they wouldn't allow any kind of recording devices in there at the Troubadour in Los Angeles. But anyway, this is Coachella in California. They butchered their set. You know, and, you know, they had not Malcolm. They had Angus Young from AC/DC performing 2 songs with them. They had, you know, they had this full, like, almost 40-minute set. And they only showed 15 minutes at the most of their performance. You know, and I figured, okay, next weekend they'll get it right. Right? Wrong. Wrong! They introduced this new thing called 360 view, right? Where it goes around in 360 view, right? So anytime you turned your camera, right, this is basically what you saw, right? You go around like this in a 360 view, so you can look anywhere you want. You know, you can look back at the audience. You can look at the stage. You can look at, you know, the side of the stage, the middle of the stage. You could look at the sky if you wanted to. I thought that was so completely retarded. You know, you don't do that for a concert. You show what people want to see. Well, that's basically what they wanted to see. It was whatever they were looking at. But they only had fixed spots, right? So you could only... Yeah, it was weird. And they kept changing the camera, too. So it was kind of weirded out there. Basically, they showed... Well, when they started the performance on the 23rd for Guns N' Roses, it was right in the middle of November Rain, which was really stupid. And they kept switching the cameras, right? And they had that stupid 360 going, right? So if you had your cell phone, you couldn't move around while you're watching, right? Or else the whole view would change. And then, you know, on your computer, you just click and drag, whatever. And they kept changing the view. It's just retarded, okay? It was stupid. And then, did they play November Rain? Yeah. And then they cut out, right? They started playing this other song. They cut out. And they showed, like, the park and stuff during the day. And it's like, what? What is that crap about? And then 10 minutes later, they went back to Guns N' Roses and they were playing Knocking on Heaven's Door. And then right at the end, Axl was talking about how they were dedicating that to Prince. And they're actually dedicating the whole performance to Prince because Prince died. Stupid. It was stupid. Well, it wasn't stupid to dedicate it to Prince, but it was stupid that they didn't show the whole performance. You know, like he said that, and it was great, and then they started going into Night Train, and then it cut out, and with this thing across the screen saying, "Tune in tomorrow for more Coachella." They didn't show anything about, you know, anything of the Guns N' Roses performance. Like, nothing significant anyway. And the stuff that they did show wasn't, like, enough to get into. You don't butcher. Okay? This is for Coachella. For the people that orchestrated this mess of a festival. You don't butcher the biggest act that you have. Okay? The reason fans flocked to Coachella this year was to see the Guns N' Roses reunion. You know, oh, I know what you're thinking. Well, you should have saved up money and you should have gone yourself. Well, yeah, sure. If I had the money, if I had the time to save up, you know, I only heard about it a couple months ago that Guns N' Roses were going to be there. Like, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this whole thing has ruined the whole Coachella experience for me, and I don't think I'll ever see another show. I will not be tuning into Coachella next year. And just because they totally butchered their main attraction, their headlining act, the reason most people either went to Coachella or tuned into the live stream was because of the Guns N' Roses reunion that they totally fucked over. They totally butchered. And honestly, if Axl Rose, like, seriously though, like, Axl Rose should be standing here in this basement, you know, totally, like, ranting about this. Going off on one of his famous rants about how Coachella screwed them over. But no, they probably don't even realize it because they were on stage. You know, they weren't into the whole live stream thing. Like they probably had nothing to do with that. Right? You know, they got paid. They played in front of the fans. That's it. Their part is done. My part as a fan, though, is to rant and bitch about this whole experience. Because I, for one, not any less of a Guns N' Roses fan because of this, but I am that much less of a Coachella fan. So, that's my rant. That's it. That's over. Go down into the description box. Look at those links in there. And subscribe if you haven't. And try and take it easy. I know I'm going to be trying my hardest after this. Because I'm pissed off.